Do bees play? Well, according to a new study, they absolutely do, which further adds to the ever-evolving science that insects live more complex lives than we ever imagined, proving that they're not just like little pre-programmed robots that react based on nothing but instinct. In 2017, researchers at Queen Mary University of London were conducting research to show that bees, specifically buff-tailed bumblebees, could be taught to play soccer, yes, soccer, with little wooden balls, and they would be given a treat whenever they scored a goal. But during the study, they noticed something. Some of the bees on the sidelines were playing with the wooden balls for seemingly no reason or reward. So they conjured up a couple of experiments to find out whether or not they were actually doing it for fun. In one experiment, they placed 45 bees in a small arena connected to a feeding area, and they marked all the bees according to their age and gender. They put different colored wooden balls around where the feeding area was and the pathway to the food was unobstructed, and these balls were glued to the ground so that they couldn't move. In another area, they placed more colored wooden balls, but they didn't glue them to the ground. They did this with the bees for 3 hours every day for 18 days. And literally, like, all the bees preferred the area with the wooden balls that could move. Some bees were rather unimpressed and would come up to one of the wooden balls, roll it once, and then be done. Other bees went back multiple times to play with the ball, and one bee was reported to do it 117 times in one day. And they found out that there is something rewarding about it that keeps the bees coming back. Fun! There are other things that point to this being play behavior too, like the fact that males tend to be more interested and play longer with the wooden balls than the females, which is a huge pattern in vertebrate play behavior. And also, the younger the bees were, the more that they played with the balls, which is also a huge pattern in play behavior throughout the animal kingdom. They also never got better or faster at rolling the balls, which also points to it being play. And it turns out that animals that need more fine-tuned motor skills in order to get their food tend to engage more in play behavior, and bees do some pretty impressive stuff to get to pollen and nectar. Things like this are truly why I make the content that I do, to help change people's understanding of insects. Invertebrates in general, I think, are some of the most misunderstood and hated creatures in the animal kingdom. And I think that's because people fear what they don't understand. And a lot of times I feel like people need to anthropomorphize things in order to empathize, so things like this certainly help.